Well, there's a little bit of a scheduling irregularity here for you, I suppose. The Red Sox are off today as we move into June 11th, 1949, which means that the real game of the day is going to be this game between the Yankees and Indians. Both teams tied for second place, one game behind the Red Sox, who are leading the league. And so here we are at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, and it's Mike Garcia on the mound for the Indians, and he throws a strike over there to Gene Woodling. It's 0-1 on Gene. And there's a ball outside, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. And there's a base hit to right field that lands in front of Kennedy, and so Woodling finds a way to get on board. That will bring up Hank Bauer here. Bauer's hitting .304. Mike Garcia, by the way, 3.31 is his ERA, 3-4 his record. Sometimes he's been good, sometimes not so good. There's a ball low to Bauer, 1-0. Having one of those types of seasons. There's a strike to Hank, it's 1-1. And that's fouled away. 1-2 now the count, and that's a little bit low, 2-2. Foul back, and so 2-2 here on Bauer, and this is foul back again. That slider's just low, full count now on Hank. Ground ball to the left side, Boudreau over to Gordon, and they get the lead runner, but no chance to double up Bauer. So one away now, and here comes Jerry Coleman. Coleman hitting .325. Good slugging percentage, .446. He's had a bit of power, 3 home runs, so he's already outpaced his real-life total for the Yankees in 49. Only 157 at-bats, too, so we expect great things of Jerry. Jerry Coleman, of course, as he takes the ball after his playing career, was famous for being the broadcaster of the Padres. There's a strike to him. It's 1-1. If you ever have a chance, you need to listen to the old Jerry Coleman broadcast. There's nothing quite like it out there. There's a pitch in tight, got away from Hegan for a little while, but he jumped on top of it. So now it's 2-1 on Coleman, and 3-1 as that was high. So Garcia's struggling again. This is fouled off of Coleman's foot. It's a full count. Hit high deep to left field, but Mitchell able to go back and grab that for the out. There's 2 away. And up comes Cliff Mapes, our good old friend Cliff Mapes. Mapes, one of the few heroes here of the Baseball Replay Journal, and he takes the ball. We did a big blog special on him months ago, actually, and there's one fouled away, 1-1. And swing and a miss by Mapes on that slider, and he missed it. It's 1-2. Mapes is playing center field in place of Joe DiMaggio, who's still out. He's coming back soon, though. Ground ball, Vernon grabs it, flips to Garcia, covering at the bag for the out, and the Indians get out of that one. So we go now to the bottom of the first inning, and due up here, of course, the top of the order for the Indians, it'll be Mickey Vernon to lead this off. Vernon hitting .346 this season up against Ali Reynolds. There's a ball to him. Reynolds has the 5.94 ERA and a 2-4 record. So Ali Reynolds, who was the ace of the staff in real life in 49, has been anything but. Ground ball left side, Rizzuto on to first, and there's one away. Here comes Dale Mitchell. Mitchell hitting .350, takes a strike, 0-1. That's foul back. It's 0-2 on Dale. And there's another emergency swing down the first base line, foul. That's high, 1-2. And that's down and in, 2-2 now on Mitchell. Foul back again. He doesn't walk much, but he's walked quite a bit in this replay. Foul's another one away. That's inside, full count now on Mitchell. And as I said, he walks again. So Mitchell gets yet another walk. He only walked about 46 times in real life. He's walked almost 30 so far. We're not halfway through the season. Here comes Lou Boudreau with a runner on at first. And here's your question, which is, do you hit and run or do you bunt? Now, I feel silly bunting with the number 3 hitter, and Boudreau is a good hitter, so we'll hit and run. That's hit deep to center. Mapes all the way back 410 feet away, just about. Catches that one at the fence, and Mitchell has to go back to first. 2 away now. Here's Ken Kellner. Throw back to the bag. Mitchell's not going anywhere. And throw to the bag again. There's a ball inside to Ken. It's 1-0. And that's a nasty slider, and I don't know how Kellner was able to keep from swinging at that one. 2-0 now the count on Ken. And there's a ball high. It's 3-0, and Reynolds is getting in trouble again. He'll be taking this one all the way. There's a strike. It's 3-1 on Ken. And that's just inside, and Kellner was taking that all the way, and that means it's ball 4. Runners now on first and second. Indians without a hit, and they've managed to get 2 walks off of Reynolds here in the bottom of the first. Up is Joe Gordon. There's a strike, breaking ball, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 on Joe. That's in their tie, 1-2. High, 2-2, and that was a hanger, and that's not the pitch that Gordon wanted to throw. So 2-2 now. And that is, I suppose, just outside. Full count now on Joe Gordon. Fouled away, and we'll try it again. So another full count. Reynolds has thrown a lot of pitches. Ground ball to second, and Coleman has that, throws over to first for the out. And so we will go to the top of the second inning. Still no score. And it'll be Yogi Berra here to lead this off for the Yankees. Takes a strike. Good pitch in there, and there's a swing and a pitch and one in the dirt. 0-2. The ball inside, 1-2 on Berra. Breaking balls in the dirt, 2-2. Pulled over to second base. Gordon, good play on that one. Throws to first for the out. One away. Here's Phil Rizzuto. There's a sinker ball low. 1-0. And there's a strike. So 1-1 now the count on Rizzuto. Scooter hitting 277. He hasn't been hitting quite as well as we would like. There's a ball away. That misses inside 3-1. See if he takes this. Now there's a swing and a miss on the slider. Full count. That's one of the problems with Rizzuto. He hasn't been walking enough. And there's strike 3 called down the middle. How does Rizzuto take that pitch? So called strike 3. Garcia gets the strikeout. 2 away. Here's Dick Krahowski. Here's the strike of the knees to Krahowski. And it's a foul ball wide at first. 0-2. Just fouled away. Still 0-2. He's hitting .526. There's a ball. Of course, he's only had 19 at-bats, so it might not last. And there's a pop-up behind the plate, and that was caught by Hegan for the out. We go to the bottom of the second inning, still no score. Up here is Larry Doby. So Larry Doby, who in real life would be hitting leadoff, we have him hit a little bit further down. You wonder why that .365 on base percentage is the reason why he hasn't been getting on base. 1-1 is the count to him as he watched a strike. Does have 8 home runs, however. This is fouled up and away, 1-2. I do create my own lineups, so if you don't like him, you got to bring him up with me. 2-2 now on Doby. And there's a swing and a miss, and down he goes. 1 away. Here comes Bob Kennedy. There's a ball outside to Kennedy. 1-0. Line to left field. That's a base hit. First hit of the game for the Indians here in the bottom of the second inning. And so the Indians now with something to cheer about, and that will bring up Jim Hegan. Hegan, the catcher, not really much of a hitter, so he'll bunt. And he misses that one for a strike. It's 0-1. There's a bunt towards first. Krahowski, the first baseman, has to turn around and throw to Coleman, covering at the bag. And there's a runner on at second base now with 2 outs. Here comes Mike Garcia. Now, Garcia does have 3 RBIs so far this season, hitting .263. It's hit deep to center field, and man, Mapes has to go way back on that one, but he gets there for the out, and that does it. So we go to the top of the third inning now. It is there's no score here in this ball game. Up comes Bobby Brown for the Yankees. And Brown right off the bat takes a strike, 0-1, and then fouls one away, 0-2 on Bobby. Ground ball, or fly ball, sorry, right field. Kennedy's got that for the out, 1 away. Here comes Reynolds. It's a ball off the plate to Alley, 1-0. There's a high bounder on the infield. Gordon able to wait on that one, throws to first just in time, 2 away. Here comes Gene Woodling. No score. There's a strike to Woodling, top of the third, no score. Swing and a miss again, 0-2. And that's just low, 1-2. Deep to right center field, it'll be Kennedy going back and grabbing that one for the out, and that does that for the Yankees. So we go to the top or bottom of the third inning. It's no score still, and here's Mickey Vernon for the Indians. Ground ball over to Coleman, first pitch swing. The second baseman throws to first for the out, 1 away. Dale Mitchell up there now. It's a slider low for a ball, 1-0. There's a fastball high, 2-0 the count. There's a strike, it's 2-1. That's outside for a ball, 3-1 the count on Dale. And that's fouled away, full count. Fouled into the second deck. Fly ball right field, Hank Bauer goes back, grabs that for the out, 2 away, and here comes Lou Boudreau. He takes the ball low, 1-0 on Boudreau. That's inside on him 2-0, hitting 345, and there's ball 3 to him. He'll take this one, waiting in the weeds, and there's ball 4 inside and high. 26th time that Boudreau has walked this season. Reynolds has given up his 30th walk and his third of the game. That brings up Ken Kellner, and I say this a lot, but I'll repeat it. If you don't like bases on balls, if you have a problem with it, you probably shouldn't play with 1949, because that's what 49 is all about. There's a strike to Kellner, 0-1. That fastball misses, 1-1 the count. There's a breaking ball inside, 2-1 on Ken. Ground ball over to Coleman. He has to hurry. He throws to first and not in time. Kellner had that one beaten out. That ball was hit a little bit too slowly, I believe, and Coleman's throw was also a little bit off the bag. Krajewski didn't exactly do anybody any favors. Remember, Tommy Henrik's still injured for the Yankees. That'll bring up Joe Gordon here with 2 outs, bottom of the third, and 2 on. So maybe that'll make a difference, and there's a ground ball over to Rizzuto. Maybe it won't as he flips to Coleman for the out. The Indians do threaten, but they get nothing out of it. We go now to the top of the 4th inning. It's a scoreless ball game. Here comes Hank Bauer. There's a strike to Hank, 0-1. Wonder what the crowd would be on a game like this. There's a ground ball over to the first base side. Garcia misses it, and they're going to give Bauer credit for an infield single instead of the air. So Bauer finds a way to go on to first, and here comes Jerry Coleman. Both teams playing well. You'd imagine that in Cleveland here in early June, you'd have quite a few people at the park. I always think you'd have quite a few kids showing up. But who knows? I mean, 1949, I wasn't alive then for sure. Coleman bunting of the first pitch, bunches it foul. 0-1's the count. There's a strike to him. It's 0-2. Fouled up and away first base side. This one's hit deep to center. Dobie's got that for the out, 1 away. And that'll bring up Cliff Mapes. No score top of the 4th. And Mapes, showing bunt, takes the ball. Pulled the bat back. And takes one low. 2-0 on Cliff. Popped up, but out of play. 2-1. Ground ball right side. Gordon has only one play, first base. Bauer goes to second. 2 away. Here comes Yogi. There's a ball low to Barrow, 1-0. Ground ball first base. Vernon has that one easily. Flips over to Garcia, covering the bag. And that does it for that half inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still no score. So kind of a fast-moving ball game here. No score, bottom of the 4th. Here comes Larry Doby, and he takes a strike. Good job framing by Berra. There's a ball outside, 1-1. Outside and low that time, 2-1 on Doby. Hit deep to center. It's about 390 feet away. Mapes not quite to the warning track, makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes Bob Kennedy. First pitch swing, ground ball to Rizzuto. Scooter throws to first, 2 away. Here comes Jim Hegan. He takes the ball low, 1-0. Ground ball Rizzuto from the hole and gets him at first, and that'll do it for that half inning. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. No score still. Here comes Phil Rizzuto. Scooter with a couple good plays there in the bottom of the 4th takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ball off the plate. 275, I guess that matches what he did in real life exactly. There's a great slider by the Big Bear, 1-2. And that's laced over first base and into the right field corner. Rizzuto easily makes it to second base with the stand-up double. That'll bring up Dick Krajewski, and now it becomes very interesting. Ball low to Krajewski, and that's fouled away, 1-1. Ground ball, first base. Vernon grabs that, goes to the bag himself. He looked to third base. Rizzuto was already at the bag. He had no chance on him there. So now there's 1 away. Here comes Bobby Brown. No score. Top of the 5th inning. You better believe that we're going to have the infield in. There's a ball tied to Brown, 1-0. Brown not a good bunter. There's a strike at the knees, 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. A lot of pressure there on Garcia. Pulled to right field. Kennedy's got that one for the out. Rizzuto tagged and will score without a throw. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Yankees now here, top of the 5th inning. Up is Allie Reynolds, who takes a ball. And there's a strike outside corner. Fouled away. It's 1-2 on Allie. Swing and a miss at that one that was low by Reynolds, and down he goes. And so we will go now to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Yankees do get a run, and it's a 1-0 game going to the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the Big Bear, Mike Garcia, who takes a strike and misses inside, 1-1. Swung on that one, they say. Half swing, they say he went around, 1-2. That's high, 2-2. Fouled back, 2-2 now on Garcia still, and that's low. Full count on Mike, and he's really made Reynolds work. It's a comebacker. And Reynolds throws to first, and Garcia didn't even put his bat down. He ends up sort of handing it away to the bat boy. He knew he was going to be out no matter what, and he looked kind of awkward doing it. So not exactly the best big league moment in the world for Mike Garcia. One away. Here comes Mickey Vernon. Vernon fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. There's a fastball inside, 1-1 the count. And there's ball 2. Good, bad framing job, I should say. That's fouled away, 2-2. That's off the plate, full count on Vernon. Reynolds keeps going to full counts with these batters. You can see he's got 70 pitches thrown, 37 is all for strikes. That's not good if he wants to keep in this game. There's a ground ball to first. Krajewski grabs it, goes to the bag, 1-2 away. Here's Dale Mitchell, who takes a strike, 0-1 today. It's a curve wide to Dale, 1-1. And that's way inside, 2-1 now the count. Fouled away is 2-2. Backdoor breaking ball just misses. Full count now on Mitchell. Ground ball to the Scooter, who goes to first, and that does it. So pretty easy inning there for Reynolds. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Yankees. Here comes Gene Woodling. Fly ball deep left field, but Mitchell has room and grabs it for the out, 1 away. That brings up Hank Bauer, who takes a strike, 0-1. Sinker low, 1-1 now in Bauer. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Sinker, 2-2. That's just wide, full count now on Hank. It's fouled away again. Count remains full. Ground ball to short, Boudreau on the first, and there's 2 away. Here comes Jerry Coleman. Swing and a miss, 0-1 on Jerry. There's a ball down and in, 1-1. Swing and a miss, and Coleman wasn't able to find where that breaking ball was. It's 1-2. There's a ball off the play, 2-2. Liner to second through Gordon. That's a base hit for Coleman. So Coleman finds a way to get on. He's now 1 for 3. That brings up Cliff Mapes, who's looking for his first hit, 0 for 2 today. There is a strike away outside corner, 0-1. A ground ball past Garcia. Boudreau fields that, flips over to Gordon for the force. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's still 1-0 Yankees. Apologies. Here comes Lou Boudreau. Boudreau 0 for 1 today, walked easily last time, 4 straight pitches, and takes another ball from Reynolds, and another ball, 2-0 on him. And there's a strike finally, 2-1. Fouled away. It's a 2-2 count. That's low, full count. Reynolds goes to another full count, like a newspaper headline. Fouled away, full count remains. Hit deep to left, and that baby's gone. Lou Boudreau really makes Allie Reynolds suffer for his pitching sins. I mean, good heavens, that one was hit deep to left field, and there was no doubt about it. Woodling didn't even look up. And so a big home run for Lou Boudreau makes this a 1-1 ball game. Reynolds has been struggling quite mightily through this game. 84 pitches, and he seems to be behind on every hitter. And boy, he paid for it that time, full count, and that's not the pitch you want to throw to Lou Boudreau. Ken Keltner comes up and takes a strike, 0-1. Boudreau now 1 for 2. 1 for 1 is Keltner's. It's 0-2 on him, and there's a ball outside. 1-2. There's inside, 2-2. Has popped up, it's going to be Krajewski, first baseman, grabbing that for the out, 1 away. Here now is Joe Gordon. Gordon 0 for 2, takes a ball. Slider missed. There's a breaking ball for a strike, 1-1, and there's ball 2 to him, 2-1. Grounded hard and through the whole left side past Rizzuto for a base hit for Gordon. That'll bring up Larry Doby. So runner on at first for the Indians. 1-1 game, bottom of the 6th inning. This is as exciting as it comes, and we'll do some hitting and running. Throw to first, Gordon's bag. Line drive to first base, and it gets through for a base hit. Gordon goes all the way around to third. He wasn't even thinking of stopping. Doby comes through, and that'll bring up Bob Kennedy. So Kennedy comes up here. Potential go-ahead run on at third, and Doby on at first. Both runners are at least mildly fast. Kennedy has the ability to bunt. The infield is in. Question is, do we bunt or do we do something else? I don't really want to bunt, so we're going to do a hit and run. There's a swing and a miss by Kennedy. Doby is trying to steal, and he's been thrown out, and Gordon had to hold at third. So now 2 away with a runner on at third. That might not have been the best call. We maybe should have bunted there. Strike on Kennedy. That's fouled away. It's 0-2. That's outside. 1-2. Breaking ball is wide. 2-2 on Bob. Fouled away again. Tapper into the hole. Rizzuto grabs that one, flies over to first, and inning over. We go now to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 tie, and this is an exciting game. Here comes Yogi Berra. Slider is low, 1-0 to Berra. And that pitch just missed, 2-0. There's a strike by the Big Bear, 2-1. Hit deep to left, but not deep enough. Mitchell's got that for the out, 1 away. Here comes Phil Rizzuto. It's a bullet into the hole and through for Rizzuto. That's his 2nd hit of the game. That'll bring up Jack Krahowski. Rizzuto is giving us some headaches. Throw to first, and Rizzuto's back in time. There's a pop-up left side. That was a hit-and-run play. Keltner ends up grabbing that one, and just barely, there was some miscommunication. Hegan almost ran over there to grab that, but no, it was Keltner who had it, and there was no collision. So 2 away, here comes Bobby Brown. Ground ball, third base. Keltner throws over to first, and that does it for the top of the 7th. So Scooter, Phil Rizzuto, that is, gets that base hit and ends up with nothing. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Here comes Jim Hegan. Popped up, first pitch swinging, and Krahowski near the railing, and he's got it for the out, 1 away. Here comes Garcia. Hostile crowd, of course, but not quite big enough for anybody to give Krahowski any problems. Garcia fouls 1 away. And hits a little ground ball to the left side. Bobby Brown throws to first, and there's 2 away. Here comes Mickey Vernon. And there's a ball inside to Vernon, 1-0. There's a strike to him, 1-1 the count. Fouled off of his front foot, it's 1-2. Hit down to the first base side. Reynolds off the mound goes and grabs that and flips over to first for the out. And we go to the top of the 8th inning, still 1-1. Mike Garcia is still hanging in there, and so is Ali Reynolds, who's up to hit. Ali Reynolds has a 1-1 count on him. Interesting is I didn't think Reynolds would last this long. There's a strike to him as 1-2. And there's a little ground ball over to second base, and Gordon throws over to first for the out. I'm not sure what kind of pitch it was that Garcia threw, but the way that Gordon reacted to that one, it looked like, it looked like it was a hand grenade that he threw up there. Reynolds kind of with a excuse me type swing on that one, trying to defend, I think, his body, and ended up hitting a little weak ground ball over to Gordon at second and falling down in the process. So easy out for the Indians, 1 away at top of the 8th. Here is Gene Woodling, who takes a ball, and then a sinker for a strike, 1-1. He held up on that one, 2-1 the count. Hit deep to center field. Going back is Doby, back near the wall, and he's got it for the out, 2 away. That'll bring up Hank Bauer. There's a strike on the outside corner to Bauer, 0-1. And now a ball, 1-1 the count. That one misses inside, 2-1. There's a slider for a strike, 2-2 on Bauer, and that is low. So it's a full count now on Hank. That's low and away, so Garcia lost him, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt him. Only the first walk that Garcia has given up today. His 17th is all of the season in 73 innings pitched. That's unusual for 1949. So here comes Jerry Coleman, the Big Bear, usually with good control. He missed one there, and there's a strike to Jerry, 0-1. There's a ball, 1-1 the count. That's low. It's 2-1 on Coleman. There's ball 3. Will he walk another? And he does. He walks another one. So Garcia's walk number 18 this season, and he might be tiring. That'll bring up Cliff Mapes. We're going to leave him in here. Ground ball right side, Gordon. Got it on to first for the out. So 2 walks don't end up hurting the Indians. We go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Up is Dale Mitchell. Dale Mitchell up there for Cleveland. 0 for 2 today. Takes a ball from Ali Reynolds, 1-0. Popped up, out of play right side, 1-1. There's another strike, 1-2 the count. Very close, but he took it, 2-2. That's an amazing pitch to take. This one's hit straight deep and out to right field, but not quite deep enough, maybe 380 feet away as Bauer pulls it in. 1 away. Lou Boudreau, who has a home run, looking to do a little bit more magic. That was his 3rd of the season that he hit earlier on in the 6th inning. Takes a ball high. And another ball, 2-0 the count. There is a strike, 2-1. Fouled off his foot. It's 2-2 now on Lou, and that is high. Full count now on Boudreau. Hit deep to left and just foul. Man, oh man, Boudreau came so close to putting the Indians ahead. And that's ball 4 called, inside fastball. What a pitch to take. Ball 4 called, no swing. And so Boudreau takes another walk. He's walked twice today. That'll bring up Ken Keltner. Keltner has also walked once. 4 walks given up by Ali Reynolds. And if you're wondering what in the world is happening to Reynolds, that's what's happening to him, giving up those bases on balls. There is a pitch off the plate to Keltner, and those bases on balls. There is a strike, 1-1. And that's inside, 2-1 to Ken. Popped up to left. Woodling, Rizzuto, it'll be Phil grabbing that for the catch. 2 away. Here comes Joe Gordon. Runner on first for the Indians, and Gordon takes the ball. Throw to first, nothing happening. That's just wide. 2-0 on Joe. There's a strike. 2-1. Hit to the gap in right field. Mapes runs after that one, but Bauer goes in front of him and makes the catch for the out. That one had trouble written all over it. And we're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. We are tied at 1. This is the most exciting game I think we played in a little while. Here comes Berra, who takes the ball. Fly ball left field. Mitchell's got that for the out, 1 away. Phil Rizzuto up there next. Garcia's given up only 5 hits, but so is Reynolds. Hit to the right field line, foul, 0-1. Scooter's 2 for 3, and he swings and misses a 1 in the dirt. It's 0-2 on Phil. And that's a great sinker, and that's got him swinging down in the bucket. Strikeout for Garcia is his 3rd strikeout of the game. That brings up Dick Krahowski with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. And Krahowski takes a strike. He's technically hitting .455. There's a ball to him. He's 0 for 3 today. Fouled away. It's 1-2. 22 at-bats. Fly ball to center. Doby's got that for the out. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and here comes Larry Doby. You talk about somebody who can turn the game around with one swing of the bat. Here he is. Let's see what Larry will do. Reynolds stays in there and throws a ball to Larry. There's a grounder up the middle. Rizzuto, good play. Throws to first in time. Man, what a play by Phil Rizzuto, going deep into the hole to take away a sure base hit from Doby. 1 away. Here's Bob Kennedy. Drive deep to left. That is going to be extra bases out of the reach of Woodling, and Kennedy winds up on second base with the double. And so that brings up Jim Hegan. And now you really have a question. Do you let Hegan swing away? He's got 19 men driven in, but hitting only .219. Do you bunt with Hegan? He's a good bunter. Do you swing away? What do you do? And then once you get past him, what do you do with Garcia? Now, I don't know what they do by the book in 1949, and I don't know what you would do. Let me know down below what you would do. What I'm going to tell you is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to bunt. We're going to bunt here with Jim Hegan and see what happens. And he bunts foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. And that one is outside. 1-1 the count on Hegan. Pushed off and foul, so it's 1-2. So much for bunting. 1-2, and we take it off, and he swings and misses. Down he goes, 2 away. And Garcia is coming out of this ball game. We got to find somebody who can drive in runs. And so we take a quick look here and see what we have. It's going to be, I'm thinking maybe we'll do Thurman Tucker. Thurman Tucker is going to be the pinch hitter here. With the runner on his second base, there's a throw to second, nothing happening. Man, what a nasty slider in there for a strike, 0-1. That's hit deep to left, and Woodling goes back, and he's got it for the out, and so we go to the top of the 10th inning. And now what do we do here? Do we want to put Zoldak back in this game? Who do we want to put in? Taking a quick look, I think it will be Zoldak. We just want to get 3 outs. As you may know, I manage the home teams, at least for these Diamond Mine games. It'll be Gus Nieros coming in to pinch hit for Bobby Brown for the Yankees. And so here comes Zoldak. No ERA, 18 1/3 innings. Ground ball, third base. Keltner throws to first, and there's 1 away just like that. Zoldak has a 1-0 record and has saved 1. Here comes Bill Johnson hitting for Ali Reynolds. And there's a strike to Johnson, 0-1. Johnson's hitting 175, and that's a ball to him, 1-1. Fouled away, it's 1-2. And that just misses. 2-2 the count. Low and away. It's a full count now on Johnson. Ground ball up the middle. Boudreau on to first, and there's 2 away. Gene Woodling comes up now. 2 away, top of the 10th, and there's a strike to him. And a high ball. 1-1 on Gene. And a perfect breaking ball at the knees. It's 1-2. What a pitch by Zoldak. There's a ball inside, 2-2. That's high. Full count on Woodling. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase that time, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Zoldak, 4th of the season. And so we go now to the bottom of the 10th inning. Here comes Mickey Vernon. Joe Page is going to come in there, and that might be trouble for the Indians. Vernon takes the ball high. There's a ground ball back to the mound. Page drops it once and then drops it twice, and he can't do it. And the first time he looked nice and calm, but the second time he dropped it, he didn't look so calm at all. He pounds the ground quickly in frustration. And so Page with the big error that allows Vernon to get on first base. I was about to tell you about Page. Page is 3.00 ERA this season in 39 innings. 2-2 is his record. He's come in to help the Yankees out a lot. Strikes out more than he walks, definitely 35 strikeouts against the 17 walks, but he made a big error there that might prove to be costly. So that puts Vernon on at first. Here's Dale Mitchell. We're going to have Mitchell swing away, I think. There was a ball low. Now, there is a question about potentially bunting. They're guarding the corners. So we might do that here as a surprise. Let's see what happens. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Ground ball to short, Rizzuto to Coleman and Krychowski, and that's what I was worried about. They get the double play. 2 away, here comes Boudreau. There's a ball inside, 1-0 to Lou. A swing and a miss, 1-1. Boudreau has that home run. There's a ball high. He's responsible for the only run of this game for Cleveland, and there's another ball high, 3-1 on Lou. There's a strike, it's a full count. And that's over for a strike 3. And so we go to the top of the 11th inning. It'll be Hank Bauer here for the Yankees. And he takes the ball from Zoldak, 1-0. Fouled away. It's 1-1 now in Bauer. Back to Zoldak. Throws to first calmly. 1 away. Here's Jerry Coleman. Up and in for a ball. Low and outside. 2-0 on Jerry. And that's outside again. 3-0. That's too tight. So Zoldak walks one. He does have some control problems. That brings up Cliff Mapes, who takes a ball off the plate. And another ball high, 2-0. Swing and a miss that time by Cliff, 2-1. That's high, it's 3-1 on him. There's a strike, full count now on Mapes. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Oh man, what a pitch by Zoldak. 2 away, here comes Yogi Berra. Another tough customer, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Berra's 0 for 4. Swing and a miss, he's 0-2. There's a ball at the middle, 1-2. Ground ball to short, Boudreau flips to Gordon, and we'll go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Still a 1-1 game. You knew this was going to be close, and there's a strike to Ken Keltner. Fly ball right field, Bauer's got it, 1 away. Here comes Joe Gordon. Ball in tight, 1-0. Grounded foul left side, and that's hit over to right field this time. Gordon with the base hit that falls in front of Bauer. That'll bring up Larry Doby. Doby's 1 for 4 today, hitting .258. 25 men driven in, and there's a ground ball first pitch swing to Johnson at third. He throws to Coleman for 1, and on they go to first for the double play. So the Indians threaten but don't do much. We go now to the top of the 12th inning. Here's Phil Rizzuto. Ground ball to second, Gordon to first, 1 away. Here comes not Krychowski, but a pinch hitter, Jack Phillips, who's hitting .091. Casey Stengel feeling a little desperate. There's a ball high. A fly ball up to the right now to play. 1-1 on Phillips. Ground ball right of third. Boudreau, the shortstop, throws to first just in time to get the speedy Phillips. 2 away. And here comes Joe Page. I figure you probably take him out. No, they'll leave him in. And he fouls 1 away, 0-1. There's a ball outside, 1-1 on Page. Way outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss on that is 2-2. And that gets by him for the strikeout. Third strikeout for Zoldak, and we will go now to the bottom of the 12th inning. Still 1-1. Here comes Kennedy, who takes the ball high, 1-0. That's low, 2-0 now to Bob. Inside, 3-0. Page is tiring. There's the strike, 3-1. There's another strike. It's 3-2. 22nd pitch for Page. And that's high for ball 4, and that'll bring up Jim Hegan. Boy, I feel like we were in a situation like this before. We're going to bunt with Hegan. And he bunts it straight out front. What a good bunt. Page has to go to first, and he goes to Coleman. Kennedy moves up to second. Indians with 2 chances now to make 1. And we're going to take this pitcher out of this game. We'll put up Ray Boone. Ray Boone, who's hitting a little bit better than the last man we used as a pinch hitter, but I wanted to save him. Boone takes a strike. He's hitting 158, not hitting that well in the replay, but in real life hitting 252. 1-1 the count on him. Ground ball to Coleman, and he goes to first for the out. Kennedy moves over to third. 2 away, and here comes Mickey Vernon. Vernon's 0 for 5 today, not having a great game. He did reach a board with an error. There's a ball inside to him, 1-0. deep to right, and that baby's gone over the head of Bauer, over the fence. 2-run home run for Mickey Vernon in the bottom of the 12th inning, and Cleveland wins this one 3-1. My goodness, so the defending world champions show that they mean business. They win this game 3-1 in dramatic fashion. Indians now are only a half game behind the Red Sox, and for the Yankees, you got to wonder if Joe Page didn't last a little bit too long in that game, going almost 3 innings. So again, final score of this one, 3-1 Indians. I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll have another one for you again tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.